Thomas and friends, making tracks to great destinations.
Dear Christopher, here is your friend Thomas the Tank Engine. He wanted to come out of his station yard and see the world. These stories tell you how he did it. I hope you will like them, because you helped me to make them. Your loving Daddy.
The island of Sodor is surrounded by beautiful blue sea. It has fields of green and sandy yellow beaches. There are rivers, streams, and lots of trees where the birds sing. There are windmills and a coal mine, and docks where visitors to the island arrive. The island also has lots and lots of railway lines. Who's that puffing down the track? It's Thomas! Hello, Thomas! Hello, everybody! Welcome to the island of Sodor. Today on the island of Sodor, we find out what happens when Skarloey crosses the old iron bridge. And we watch Emily help clear up after a storm. But first, Thomas has to collect something smelly from the seaside. The island of Sodor is a busy, bustling place. There is always lots for the engines to do. One morning, Thomas was shunting freight cars in the yard when Sir Topham Hatt came to see him. The fishermen are celebrating their biggest catch of fish ever. Thomas, you must help Arthur take the fish to the docks. Thomas was fed up. He didn't like the smell of fish. And when he got to the fishing village, there were lots of freight cars, all stacked full of fish. Thomas had never seen so many fish. Phew, he puffed. What a horrible smell. Then Arthur arrived. Arthur warned Thomas that the route to Brendam Docks was bumpy. "Only take 5 freight cars at a time," said Arthur, "and go slow and steady." Arthur carefully collected 5 freight cars. Then he puffed slowly out of the harbor yard. Thomas looked at all the freight cars full of fish. He didn't want to go slow and steady. He wanted to get his smelly job over with. So Thomas shunted all of the freight cars into a long line. And he puffed out of the village. The freight cars were heavy and smelly, but Thomas was pleased his job would soon be over. But then, the troublesome trucks decided to have some fun. The trucks wiggled and they giggled. And they made Thomas's journey very bumpy. And some of the fish was shaken loose. Yuck! Thomas gasped. I wish I'd taken fewer freight cars. Thomas puffed hard. He pushed the long line of freight cars up the hill. He started to puff down the other side. Thomas tried to go slowly, but the troublesome trucks wanted to go faster. On, they cheered. Thomas went faster and faster. Cinders and ashes, Thomas cried. Salty was at the bottom of the hill. He was waiting for a signal. He didn't know Thomas was coming down the hill.